This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. Do you have a child that plays sports and needs to get a physical done? Well, you're in luck. There will be a sports physical clinic this week, and the best part is it's free. We have Dr. Kevin Marbury here and Dr. Dana Valencia here as well, who's a cardiologist. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Doing well, thank you.
All right, so there's a different thing that's happening during the clinic this year, but before we talk about the different testing that will be done, let's go ahead and let our viewers know when the clinic will be taking place.
Well, the physicals, the high school physicals, will be tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. So Thursday starting at 7 o'clock a.m. and going all the way until 5 p.m. until we're done with all the physicals. And then again, we'll do that same thing on Friday from 7 o'clock in the morning until around 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. And for our viewers that have probably never been, or if they have a student that is going to get, into sports next year and that have never been, what are some things that they need to bring and what can they expect during this physical? Yeah,
that's a good question. The one thing I do want to mention too is the location. So the location is going to be the Kirksville Middle School.
Okay.
So the only thing that you have to bring is yourself. The athlete has to arrive. And we also like them to fill out a history, a patient medical history form prior to showing up. And you can get that on either the Kirksville High School website, I believe it's located there, or you can get it through the Missouri State High School Athletic Association website.
And what we'll do to make it really easy for our viewers and their athletes is I will post the link for them to download that form so they can print it out and fill it in for you. So how long does a physical take?
Usually the physical is about half an hour to 45 minutes, depending on what we find or what we do. But the way we have it set up in the middle school gym is that we move from station to station. So we'll do a very thorough head-to-toe evaluation of the child, of the athlete. And we'll start with height and weight and move on to vision, and then check their ear, nose, and throat, and their heart and lungs and abdomen, and we'll do a very thorough musculoskeletal evaluation as well and look for any subtle abnormalities that might lead to an injury later.
Okay.
And then of course, as you mentioned earlier, the thing that we're doing this year, we're including the cardiologist from Northeast Regional Medical Center to perform free EKGs for the athlete.
And that's where Dr. Valencia comes into play. So kind of tell us about this testing and why it's important that these athletes get it.
Good. What we're going to do is provide to the participants EKGs and which are called electrocardiograms, and echocardiograms, which is an ultrasound test to look at the heart structure itself. And the reason for it is because we know now that there's a risk for sudden cardiac arrest in athletes. And it's rare, but it's very devastating. And so this utility or screening that we're offering here will give us some high-risk evaluation of these patients. And if we find something, we're able to lead them on to other professionals and get further evaluations.
Okay, and again, the best part is this is all free.
Absolutely. It's
all
free. Just show up.
Yeah, with the form, right?
Yes.
Right.
And with the testing that you'll be doing, kind of just explain what that entails so it doesn't scare anybody off or anything like that.
The most important thing, again, is the history that we're going to get, because that'll put us in a higher risk patient. And then what we're going to do is an EKG is where we're going to put electrodes on the chest, and then from that information we're able to see if it's a normal EKG versus a pathological EKG. And then also we're going to offer echocardiograms, and what we're going to be able to do is to look at the heart itself and see if there's any structural abnormalities that could be missed or that can lead on to further testing.
Okay. Now, is this going to be a requirement for the athletes to do in order to get their physical and pass their physical, or is this something that they can opt out if they don't want to?
The guidelines from the American Heart Association and Pediatric Association, again, it's not clear-cut. However, there are certain risks. Again, the history is the most important thing. Doing a pulse oximetry is probably the first thing, is for cyanotic heart disease for young children. But after that, again, it's the history that the pediatrician offers those participating individuals.
All right.
So really the most important part of all of this is getting the medical history and evaluating that and seeing if there are any risk factors involved in the development of a cardiac event at some point.
Okay, so again, it's going to be at the Kirksville Middle School on Thursday and Friday. Thursday from 7 till about 5 p.m., Friday from 7 a.m. until about 3-ish.
That's right.
Right? And my next question and final question is it just for Kirksville area students or surrounding areas as well?
No, I'm glad you mentioned that. It's Friday, or excuse me, Thursday. We're gonna limit that to the Kirksville High School students and middle school, and Friday we're opening it up to anyone and everyone. So anyone from surrounding high schools or middle schools can show up on Friday and have the same evaluation done at any time.
Okay.
So again, it's all day from 7 o'clock in the morning till we get them done.
All right. Well, thank you so much, both of you, for coming on and explaining the importance of getting a physical and other testing done. And what we'll do is we'll post all this on our website at heartlandconnection.com. We'll link the form that they need to print out and bring to you to make the process that much easier for
Perfect.
everybody. Thank you so much again,
You're very
gentlemen.
welcome.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.